Hello and welcome to this video on how to make a fantasy building in 2-point perspective. You can see here that I have taped my paper down and I'm drawing my horizon line. Now we've just learnt, if you did the flying boxes video, that we need to make 2 vanishing points for 2-point perspective. And the first step we always take to start after we've done our vanishing points and our horizon line is to make that vertical line in the middle, and then the top and bottom of that vertical line needs to join up to both vanishing points. So you can see there what I mean. I've chosen to do my first box below the horizon line, so that means I'm going to be standing taller than it. I'm on some kind of hill. You can imagine I'm on a hill, and that means that we're going to see the top of that first cuboid. So you will see that I am darkening the lines I really want to show up there. And because this is a building, I've started below the horizon line because that sort of acts like a solid foundation for me. Now you don't have to copy me at all. What you need to remember though is it's just a simple formula of drawing that vertical line, that corner that is closest to you, sticking out towards you. And then you join up the top and bottom of that vertical line with both vanishing points, and then you put your vertical lines in to sort of show where the end of the cuboid is. I'm going to start another one up here and then I'm going to join them together, and I think we're going to speed up a little bit here so that you can see what I'm doing, but you can always pause the video and rewatch anytime you like. So you can see what I've done here is actually put another cuboid on top of that one underneath, and then I've joined them together. So you could basically construct your building using this method. I've decided I'm going to go a little bit further down here, make that bigger. So it's not really that difficult. It's just verticals or orthogonal lines that go towards the vanishing points. Now, I'm trying to join up in a creative way, join up that floating cube over there to the bottom one. So I thought I'd do a sort of pillar. Now remember, from this point of view, you'll be able to see 2 sides of the pillar. And then don't forget to rub out the lines that represent a part of the cube behind it you can't see. And I thought it was a bit top heavy, it was going to collapse, wasn't it really, so I had to draw another pillar. Now this is the point at which my iPad decided to pack up and not allow me to store anything. So what we have here then is this column here looks like it's on roughly on the same ground as this thing, which I decided to put underneath, because it's roughly on the same plane, same side here, lining up with that vanishing point. And what else have we got? Oh yes, I added this, which, I don't know, you could think of it as a garage. Then we go to this one where I've started to add windows. Now all of these lines are going to that vanishing point. But you'll notice as we go over the eye level and over the horizon line, they still line to that vanishing point. This time they're sloping downwards. This one here is sloping upwards because it's got to get up there to go to that vanishing point. Now, these ones in here, these lines here, make it look really much more realistic. So see if you can work out all of them align. So this one here aligns to that vanishing point. This one here aligns to that vanishing point. This one here aligns to that vanishing point. So really, you just got to work it out. It's a bit of a brain teaser when you're first doing it, but just keep trying and you will work it out. You see here, I've sort of made this cube overhang, and I've started to put in darker tones because obviously we're expecting the sunlight to be coming down from above. It's not shining upwards, is it? So bits which are kind of flat facing the ground are going to be really dark. So I've just started to put in a few of those. If that helps you as you go along to do that, then do it, but don't worry about putting in tone just yet because you will be doing that in next week, and you will be using pattern as well. So you don't really need to put in tone yet, although my example that we're going to get to will have tone in it. Where are we now? Oh, now I've put in some steps, which is, again, all of these lines go towards the vanishing point. Steps are a little bit difficult, so have a go at them by all means. You can see that I've sort of made these shapes here seem to jut out from the main surface. See if you can try something like that as well. Copy elements of mine if you want. Here I've put in a balustrade because once you put in the windows, I've made mine really big windows. These ones are smaller obviously. Once you put in the windows, it does look much more realistic. So what else have I done next? Okay, next one. It's sort of coming on slowly. I've added a kind of banister up there as if it was a roof terrace. Got something the same here. I decided to extend this here just by literally extending these lines to this vanishing point, you see. So you can see the original sort of bit here. And then I thought, well, the steps need to come. Imagine this is some kind of walkway. And then they get up the steps and that's how they get to that bit there. Not the most practical building, I admit. But, you know, for something that's just come out of being made up as I go along, it's quite fun. So I'm imagining these as maybe, you know, big kind of floor-to-ceiling windows, doors that slide open. And gradually I'm putting in more detail, so I put in another bit up here. Maybe that's some kind of pergola, or you could grow plants over it, and this is maybe a roof terrace. I'm going to make this building a bit bigger, I think. So as I carried on and on drawing, got carried away, I decided that I would join another piece of paper to the top to make it even more strange. So you can see that I've literally just tucked a piece of paper underneath and sellotaped it. The sellotape is a good idea, or masking tape, because that means it won't slip around when you're trying to reach your vanishing points. You also would need to have a pretty long ruler for this to reach. So I had to reach, for example, all the way down from here down to there, down to here. Again, you'll see how I've used tone to differentiate between the different sides, the different planes. The darkest one is used for the underside of the cubes, so that you can see that that's the darkest. You're looking up. It does give a very distorted view. I mean, don't forget, this is the horizon line is here. We are seriously looking right up. That's why it looks so weird and awkward, but it is accurate. And again, every single line apart from the verticals, is going towards the vanishing points. You'll see also here that I've tried to do some trees. I will finish them off as if there's a sort of lane going into the distance. So anything you do on this side of the right hand vanishing point is, you can treat that like a 1 point perspective, and the same again on this side. Anything on this side, you just make it go to there. You don't have to make it go all the way to there as well. So you can see by the size of the trees, remember how things are larger the nearer they are to you and smaller in the distance. So I will go away and get that a bit more finished.